Hi, my name is Maria, and I suffered from panic attacks and anxiety, and it was really bad for at least 4 or 5 years, if I remember correctly. It felt forever at the time. I didn't want to leave my home. I was afraid of leaving my home. I was afraid of even stepping out the door, just getting the mail. I couldn't do it. I had to stay home. I was going through a really hard time. It was little things. Every time I came, I had to get a drive over. I had to get a ride from here because I couldn't do it on my own, but I really wanted to come. And then slowly, before I knew it, I started driving on my own again. I started to be my own adult person, you know, without having to depend on anybody. And I can't tell you how happy that made me feel. And I wanted my life back. I really did. And slowly, I was getting it. I was getting in control again. And I'm here now. I'm happy. I can actually smile. And
Hi, my name is Joanna. My weight at the time when I joined was in the 190s. I've lost almost 40 pounds since I joined, and I lost it consistently and confidently. Everything is related to the subconscious mind, which is what I learned. From the first time that I was hypnotized, I immediately started noticing changes. I noticed that my cravings were few and far between. I noticed that I could feel full more naturally and more quickly, and I started craving real foods. I also started craving water a lot more, but the really neat thing is that it was all natural. It never felt like a diet. It never felt like it was something that was difficult to do. It just felt like a natural way of life. And that's the really neat thing, because it gave me confidence to know that every single month I was going to lose weight. I was going to lose between 5 and 8 pounds a month. And having that, knowing that it was going to happen, made me feel confident, and it took out any stress. For once, I was eating healthy. I had desired exercising, and I never worried about failing. Eliminating that stress really, really helped me see the results on the scale.
Hi, my name is Geoff. I've been a smoker for 26 years. I came to Alive and Free with the intentions to quit smoking. And during that time, I averaged about half a pack of cigarettes a day. My worst point, a pack a day. In the past, I've tried numerous ways to quit smoking: the patch, nicotine gum, candy supplement, food replacement. The longest I ever went was a 3-week period, to which point each time I went back to smoking, it was catch up, and I'd smoke more than I actually averaged in the past. In supplementing with the food and the candy, I actually gained weight over that period of time, a dramatic amount of weight over a short period of time. My wife and I were out for a drive, and we came across a road sign, and my wife actually asked me if I've ever thought about going through hypnosis to quit smoking. I quit smoking. We actually discovered the root cause of why I was reluctant to give up my habit, and it was actually surprising to find out that I was using it as a crutch for another issue, which was dealing with anxiety and my sense to need control. It's been a rewarding experience and helped me deal with other issues as well.
My name is Paul Mason. I work at a glass plant. I'm a maintenance electrician. I help run maintenance and order the parts, fix the machinery. It's a fun job, keeps me busy. I heard about Alive and Free through the radio, and I needed to do something with my life, and I thought I'd give it a shot. It was drinking. I wouldn't call it a drinking problem, but it was just my drinking habits. It was more of a habit, similar to a smoker. I always had a drink. As soon as I got home, I always had a drink. So if you can correlate it with smoking, you can understand where I'm coming from. And it was just a habit I got tired of. I've had it most of my life, and I thought, you know what, it's time for a change. I've tried stopping on my own, like everybody does, and it would work for a few weeks, 3 weeks or so, and then you'd be feeling like, this is going pretty good, I think I can handle it, and I'd have one, and then another beer, and then I'd be back into my same old routine. It was just something I couldn't kick. I've been doing it so long, I couldn't stop it myself. I noticed a change. I had a routine. I come home, there's certain things I do, and I noticed after the third visit I went home, I did, some of the routine was the same. I took off my shoes, hung up my jacket, got a beer, opened the beer, went up to my computer, sat the beer down, and commenced doing my computer work, watching a TV, reading a bit of book. Next thing I know, oh geez, it's time for bed. And I look over and I thought, I hadn't touched the beer. It's still there. And that was the last time I ever had a beer. It never bothered me. I went out with my best friend shortly after that, and he offered me a beer, and we've been drinking buddies since we were 15, and I had no urge whatsoever.